What's up, everyone? Casual Talk here. Today I'm going to be talking about on the reason why, in reality, that women don't have many options as they think they do. Sexual options is not the same as marital options. Men that wants to sleep with a woman is not the same as men who wants to marry a woman. The man who said it best, who made a short clip on YouTube on this, is FITXFEARLESS. I'm going to pin and link the YouTube video short clip in the comment section down below in this video so you guys could get a check out and understanding on the man that also said this as well. Once reality kicks in for every single individual out there, you see things from a 2020 view. The reason why I wanted to bring this video up is because I was at work today. I'm still on my shift right now. I'm doing this video during my short break. As I was going around the warehouse, like I said, the current job that I currently work for is a contracted company for LADEC under Mercedes-Benz. Okay? I basically work in the Mercedes-Benz Vans plant in South Carolina under the company LADEC. Okay, so I'm a contractor. As I was strolling around collecting the trash, doing my job, right? I came across a woman who was just sitting by herself. She's on her phone, right? And I noticed there's 2 trash cans by her. I never been to this area in the warehouse, and I was curious to ask her a question on the trash cans, if they normally get filled at a certain time and what times do they normally get filled. So I was like, excuse me, miss. And she purposely ignored me. She had no headphones on or nothing. She acted like she couldn't hear me. I had to say excuse me 3 times for her to finally say, hey, what's up? Like, she gave me an annoyed face, like, what do you want? And I was like, hi, I didn't mean to bother you, but the only reason for me, asking you a question and saying excuse me like that was for the trash cans. And she just made a face like, oh, like, you are hurt. Like, what did you expect me like to ask for your number? See, for the type of woman how she is, she would fit the stereotypical female who's on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, OnlyFans, you name it, right? She basically looked like the stereotypical modern woman of today. Makeup, earrings, hair all done. There's nothing wrong with putting yourself together, but it's how you put yourself together. Okay? I made a video about that. For those of you who want to look at my past videos on makeup, jewelry, and all that, feel free to go on my channel and look up those videos, okay? I made plenty of videos covering those topics. Now, the problem was not her looks. It was her attitude and her disrespect. She probably is so used to many guys hitting on her, she thought that that's all I wanted. But in reality, women like her got another thing coming. A lot of them has this sense of delusion that a lot of men wants them. It's not the same as a man that wants to marry you. There's a lot of dudes out there who has girlfriends just for the sake of having a girlfriend and having other chicks on the side. There's men out there who rather just have women as friends with benefits or be in a polyamorous relationship with women. I don't agree with none of this. There are men out there who rather just not deal with women at all on a serious level. This is what you call or practice pump and dump. I know all these terms because I've been around a lot of dudes who are players, who are just sleeping around with multiple women, cheaters, etc. And it hit me. It hit me. There's so many single mothers. Single mothers. Why are they single? Because the men that they slept with didn't take them seriously. The man or the men that they slept with got what they wanted. And one of the greatest gifts that God has given us is our virginity. It's the purpose of our virginity is to share with your partner of the opposite sex under the oath of marriage, under God's rules and God's laws. That's why I prioritize marriage first, before sex, before children, before having a family, because it shows a level of respect and value for those individuals. Not marrying because of money, not marrying because of status, not marrying because of family reasons or just because. Marrying each other on a serious note because you have the same principles and values of God, marriage, children, and family. And many men that sleeps around with women, they notice, but they're not giving it to all the women that they come by and pass by. And you know what's interesting? Majority of women out there, they have a want to get married and have children. But there are a majority of men, it's the opposite. Sure, you have women now, many of them today, that they want to be hoes, sleep around with multiple men. They don't want a relationship. They want to play games. Sure, there's women out there that has that mindset. There's women who are players just as much as there's men who are players. But in all reality, it is hard and difficult for women in general to get tied down and be considered a wife. The older, most cases, the older many women get, from what I've experienced, the women that I've talked to, most of those women are either single or they're a single mom. It is very, very, very rare now that I come across a woman who's in her early 20s today who's married, let alone women who are in their 30s. It's like the new norm is for women to be single moms, single parents, divorced, no husband in sight. And then you have women like Lori Harvey that are teaching a lot of women in this generation to get the bag, that you're the prize, when in reality, she's benefiting off of Steve Harvey. She's benefiting off of a man's world. She's benefiting her lifestyle off of other men. So who's really the prize here? Who's really the prize? It's the men in that situation, right? That's why when it comes down to people calling themselves the prize, do you act like a prize? A prize is a rare commodity, meaning it's very rare to come by. It's like finding a golden needle in a haystack. That's a prize. Sometimes it is very wise for people, in many cases, to just self reflect and look at themselves before they question anybody else. I've said it plenty of times before that I would stop talking about social issues, but this might just be the last one because I'm seeing that this is still a problem going on today. Just like as I stated as an example on the woman at my job, when I was just simply trying to get help because I was concerned. She was the only one in the area right there. Everybody else was busy. And I didn't know she had headphones on. And I thought maybe my voice is too low, maybe she has headphones on. And I raised my voice, but I come to realize, her ego was shot because she expected me to ask her for her number or hit on her when I wasn't even interested in that. I'm married. I'm married. I have no interest in putting myself in a position to ask another woman out and put myself in that position to make another woman feel like she's better than another man, or take me as a simp or beta male orbiter or a dude that's just thirsty, trying to get in her pants. I don't got the time for that. My priorities and my soul, my relationship with God matters a lot more than a woman. It matters a lot more. And I believe more men would be men if they had a backbone and a spine to be able to just walk away. Like FITXFEARLESS said from the short video clip, a woman's sexual options is not the same as the men that are asking for her hand in marriage. Majority of men out there, they do not want to be tied down or want to be a husband. There's not many husbands while at the exact same time. There's not many wives today either. There's not many. There's not. And I'm going to make a video about that in the future, that coming across a good woman or a good man today, it's very hard to come by. People may question me like, oh, what do you call yourself? Yes, I'm a good individual. I have a lot of good characters and I'm pushing to do a lot better. When I first met my wife, I knew what I wanted, but at the exact same time, I came with my own flaws too. Nobody's perfect. All that matters is that if you know what you want and you share the same common ground of values, especially with having a strong faith and belief in God, your marriage is bound to be successful. It's bound to be successful because God is the author of marriage. And what happens when people want to do marriage their own way? Most of the time it fails. Most of the time it fails. It's rare for marriages today to be successful. And it's not easy to be a married man or a married woman. And it's not even easy to find a man who's willing to put up with a single mother and a woman who wants a serious relationship, because that man is going to find it difficult because he's not in the position to want to deal with that as well. Sure, people has their preferences and their standards. There's nothing wrong with that. It just depends on how you go on about it. If you go on about it wise or you go about it clueless. At the end of the day, I just realized there's a lot of snobby acting women who act like they're all that. And then it makes me think, like, how many men are in their DMs? How many men are they screwing? Who are just gassing them up? Because I'm not the one to play that. I'm not the one. And it's sad that they have this false sense of delusion. And when they get older, that's when most women that I've noticed wants a good man. I had plenty of women who told me stuff like, oh, you're such a good husband, you're such a good father, you're such a good man. It's very hard to come by men like that. They say it like they're just exhausted and they're tired of the dating world today. In 2023, both sides is at fault, men and women. But if there's a lot of bad women that are giving it up and giving bad attitudes, baby moms, drinkers, smokers, whores, what do you have on the side on the other side of men? It's going to be the exact same case. Fighting fire with fire only creates a bigger mess. And in the chaos, there's the good people who are praying and who wants to find hope. People now look down on people who goes to church today, who's Miss Goody Two Shoes, and this is what also leads a lot of women to become hoes, whores, hoish. Same for the dudes, whoremongers. They let society get to their head. They let their friends influence them to change. And then when they get burned and hurt, they realize it wasn't worth it. Just like I said in the beginning of this video, women today, a lot of them, not all, a lot of them has a false sense of reality from what I've experienced and from what I have seen. And it is 100% true. Thirsty simps, thirsty men with no backbone that are weak in the flesh, quick to do anything for a woman, quick to just want to sleep with them, is not the same as a man who wants a serious relationship, who wants to marry you, court you as a wife, and treat you as a wife. They think they have options because of all those thirsty, weak men. It's not the same as a real man. A lot of them don't realize this until they're a lot older, more mature. And some of them still, they don't take it seriously until they're burnt. It's the same for dudes as well. It's the same for dudes. You think you have options, but where are those options? Is any of them wifey material? Are they a wife? Are they a husband? Where do they line up? Where do you line up as a person? Are you the cause of the people that you complain about? Ladies, if you're in the position that you're thinking that all these men are gassing me up, most of the time it's just so they could sleep with you. They don't want to marry you. If marriage was actually a thing, they would treat you and approach you a lot differently than other men. And that is very few of men today that even talks about marriage. It is very rare. It's rare, very rare today that I heard other dudes say that I want to marry this girl. She's the one. I want to keep my virginity. I want to respect myself. I want to court her. I want to give her children. It is very rare. Now dudes today all around me are talking about, oh, I can't wait to get home so she could give me such and such, if you know what I mean. All these men are in my DMs. This generation is sad, man. It really is. It really is. It really is. All those beta male simps keep gassing all these women up because, of course, women is going to gain the most attention more than men. Most of the time, many cases, it's just so men could use them to sleep with them and then go ghost and leave. It's the equivalent to a man who has money. It looks beautiful to a lot of women. And in reality, he thinks he got all these options, but women are playing him and using him as well. People just got to set their ground up to have better self-respect and treat themselves and carry themselves like a husband and a wife. Sure, you're going to have people that are going to try you, but you're going to be a rare dime in a dozen. And that is very hard to come by. Don't be out here like the whores and thoughts, all these people sleeping around like the rest of the world. Where are a lot of them at? A lot of marriages is ending today at a high number. Most people don't even want to get married anymore. A lot of people today don't, and it's happening all over the world in many cases. Women in reality don't have many options as men think they do. They don't. The sooner a lot of people notice, the better that they will be. Be different out here. Carry yourself different. Know who to approach, who to see as a husband or a wife, and understand how things run out here. Okay? This is Casual Talk here. Peace out. Let me know what you think.